Is it possible that next time you see your doctor, you just come out and say, do I have cancer? And he says, well, no, it could turn into cancer. Is that possible?
I guess that's possible.
So
I would have a really strong case for malpractice, but I guess that's possible.
you're saying that's possible.
Hey guys, I have cancer. No, not really. I'm just taking a play out of Boogie's handbook. But that's who we're going to be talking about today. Yo, what's up guys? It's me, the most practical of Asians, or Practical Asian, is there in the name. And welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about this overgrown Jigglypuff, Boogie2988. Now I never thought I'd be making a video about Boogie2988 because back when I actually made this channel about, I don't know, 7 months ago, I told myself I really wouldn't talk about him all that much because I know anything that comes out of Boogie's mouth is a lie. It's always been a lie. And then he makes you feel bad for him and sorry for him because he's just a pathetic slob. So then why am I talking about him now? Well, it's the fact that he basically lied about having cancer. Allegedly. We don't actually know if he has cancer or not, but to be honest, he is the kind of guy that would lie about cancer. How are you not surprised with the actions that Boogie has taken over the last couple of years? The reason I'm talking about this now is because he got confronted live on lolcowlive and on Destiny's podcast, where when confronted and asked, do you have cancer? And to prove it, he could not come up with the proof, kept on making up excuses to not provide the proof, and went ballistic psycho, I'm gonna go ahead and destroy my life, because that's the corner he gets backed into whenever anyone calls him out for his shit. Future Practical Asian here. So it looks like Boogie's brother went ahead and made a statement saying that he does have polycythemia vera. To those who are trolling my brother, Boogie2988, I can confirm that his diagnosis of polycythemia vera is absolutely true. He has suffered with this debilitating conditions for at least 2 years. I stake my reputation as a healthcare professional on this fact. And he asks keemstar. So I guess he does actually have cancer, but he's still a raging retard. So back to the video.
Boogie2488, you are being confronted tonight. I am 99% sure that you are faking.
No, don't move.
You are faking your cancer diagnosis, Boogie.
Okay, let's hear that.
Let's hear that.
Did the doctor ever tell you, or did he ever say the word cancer?
He said polycythemia vera, which is a form of cancer, as he explained it to me. And no, it is not secondary polycythemia, which is Nicholas Diorio's explanation for this bullshit.
So I think it is secondary polycythemia.
So I need to go ahead and interrupt the video here for a quick second. Now, Destiny is not a practicing doctor, nor does he have a degree in the medical field. So I'm going to take everything he says here with a grain of salt. And to go ahead and accuse Boogie of secondary polycythemia is a little bit of a reach here.
Can you explain?
Well, then why would he call it polycythemia vera? Why would he tell me that I have hormone markers in my blood that tells me I have polycythemia vera? Why does he order a bone marrow biopsy to confirm it?
Well, if he ordered a bone marrow biopsy to confirm it, it would be weird that you told us that you already had a diagnosis and a confirmation. If it has
the markers are in my blood, the hormone markers are in my blood.
So at this point, I need to go ahead and preface that I went ahead and contacted a couple of doctors that I do know, and I went ahead and asked them about this entire situation as a whole. And I gave them what Boogie and Destiny have said. They have made a document concerning this entire situation and describing and talking about polycythemia vera. So I will be linking that document in the description down below. But to just go ahead and preface, polycythemia vera is a disorder involving uncontrolled red blood cell production resulting in elevated red blood cell mass. So in the document, they go ahead and talk about JAK2, or the JAK2 gene. And the reason why they talk about this JAK2 gene is that it is used to go ahead and confirm if someone has polycythemia vera. And this is why you need the bone marrow biopsy, or the bone biopsy that Boogie's talking about. So Boogie knows what he's saying here. And I'm inclined to believe that he does kind of have this cancer. But then here's where things get really stupid. And I'm just going to shift away from the Destiny clip to show you the stupidity of the entire situation.
I think this is.
What is the end reason? What is the end reason? There's already.
I would not walk away from my house. I would not walk away from 50K.
I would not walk away.
I would not walk away from an internet career that's going to give you revenue. That's going to give you. I would not walk away from shitting on these people and proving them wrong.
We are different people.
Yeah, you're being ridiculous.
Jim, again, since we're not live, I can say this. I've been looking for an exit plan for a while.
This is an awful exit plan.
No,
I don't know if Boogie is fully there mentally, because what do you mean exit plan? Dude, you scammed a bunch of people with your crypto shit, and then now you're going ahead and going into this entire cancer thing without even giving us any proof, because what? You wanted an exit strategy? That's the dumbest reason to even consider not going ahead and clearing your name here.
Is it possible that next time you see your doctor, you just come out and say, do I have cancer? And he says, well, no, it could turn into cancer. Is that possible?
I guess that's possible.
So
I would have a really strong case for malpractice, but I guess that's possible.
you're saying that's possible. A person that knows they have cancer would be like, no, that is not possible at all. I have cancer.
Well, I'm saying I do have cancer and know it is very unlikely, but I guess it's possible my doctor could be a fucking quack. I guess it's possible he's been lying to me for clout. I guess it's possible that he's been giving me
I don't think he's lying to you, Boogie.
I don't need. I guess that's a possibility.
By the way,
I don't know how someone like Boogie can operate half the time, because holy shit, man. Like, how do you go ahead and drive yourself into a wall like this, into a corner? You have the evidence, allegedly, and you could easily prove everyone wrong. You could even go ahead and go off screen and show someone you trust that, hey, I do have polycythemia vera, and they can go ahead and vouch for you, and finally we could know for a fact that you have it. But then you have this weird mentality to go ahead and call your doctor a quack, say everything is everyone else's fault, and then when given the opportunity to rectify your name, you don't take it at all. What is wrong with you? Does this low testosterone monkey not realize that he could easily win the biggest payday that he's ever had? Like, look at this. Literally, Mutahar and Keem are offering him such a big amount of money, and he still doesn't want to take it. But anyways, Boogie's brain is not going to develop anytime soon, and it never will. So, like, this is the stupidity we're going to be dealing with when it comes to Boogie. And now you can see why I don't really like talking about Boogie, because he's just genuinely one of the most retarded people to deal with on the internet. It is just so simple for him to go ahead and prove something that he could be actually truthful about, and yet he doesn't, and no one wants to take his side. But with that being said, I also want to go ahead and harp back onto Destiny and Nick Diorio. Destiny and Nick Diorio are not doctors, they're not trained medical professionals, and they do not practice in the field. For them to go ahead and start conflating a different disease with the one that Boogie has, and then saying, oh, he cannot have cancer, is not the correct way to go about this. It is not a political debate about whether someone has cancer or not. If you really wanted to cast doubt, maybe get a doctor in here. Maybe go at it at a very different way, but not a politics debate kind of thing. It is not worth it. It was kind of one of the dumbest plays I've seen by them, but I digress. And funnily speaking, right, Boogie, for the last fucking time, prove to people that you're telling the truth, and maybe we would actually give a fuck about you. But if you don't, then go fuck yourself. You have no idea how much of an asshole you are half the time that you exist on this planet, and God forbid that anyone has to go ahead and be around you for more than 2 minutes before they start functionally losing brain cells. I feel bad for Wings of Redemption and Tommy C that they have to be around you 2 times a week to deal with your retarded bullshit. Anyways, if you like what you saw, like, comment, subscribe, dislike it if you dislike it, and honestly, fuck you, Boogie.
I'm starting to see like a little campaign growing on Twitter for me to kick Boogie2988 off of lolcowlive show because allegedly he faked having cancer. I'm not going to kick him off the show. I'm not. His punishment is being on the show where he can be confronted and held accountable for the shit he does. And we've been doing this since day one. In fact, this wouldn't even be happening right now if he wasn't on the show and being confronted with this. So yeah, his punishment is staying on the show. He can say that he's quitting the internet all he wants, but I will get him back on that fucking show and we will confront him further.